Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode from the Apple Tree. Today we are going to be reviewing a movie called Jack Reacher, starring Tom Cruise. A man named James Barr is accused of taking 6 shots, killing 5 civilians, and then running away. The police find James and tell him that his only way to stay off the death roll is to confess to killing those people. However, James is not afraid of the death penalty. Instead of signing the confession, James Barr writes, "Get Jack Reacher." The police and the lawyers are confused. Who is this Jack Reacher, and why does James want him? They soon find out that Jack Reacher is an excellent former Army cop who has solved many cases. However, he also is a drifter who no one knows how to track. He nearly is impossible to find, so many think that he's just dead. However, to everyone's surprise, Jack Reacher shows up at the lawyer's front door. He wants to make sure that James pays for what he did. However, when Jack takes a closer look at the evidence, he realizes that James may have been framed, and he wants to find out who the true killer is. Jack Reacher only cares about bringing wrongdoers to justice. He doesn't care about the law. He wants people to be held responsible for their actions. We see Jack defend the innocent and punish the guilty. We see the true killer get revealed, and they get what they deserve. This movie does not have a lot of ripe apples, as it is made for the action genre. Rotten apples. There is a lot of violence in this film. We see many people get shot and fall over dead. We see Jack engage in some fistfights. 2 men he punches in the midsection multiple times to hurt them and render them unable to fight anymore. One other person is seen almost getting his finger broken, and we see this on screen. Jack digs his fingers into a person's eye socket in another scene. Near the end, Jack unleashes his full anger on his opponent and breaks almost every bone in his body before killing him. There's a lot of blood in all of these scenes. The sexual content in this movie is moderate. Viewers can see a woman with only her undergarments on for a few seconds. We also see some women wear some shirts that reveal cleavage. We hear Jack pick a fight with a woman and calls her some inappropriate names to see if he can get her angry to attract attention. This is a whole 3-minute scene that you can just skip when Jack enters the bar. It's not really necessary for the plot. Speaking of the bar, there is that scene where people are seen drinking, but no one really acts any drunk. We hear 3 to 4 uses of the H word, a misuse of the Lord's name in vain, one paired with the D word. We hear 2 to 3 uses of the D word, the B word, and the S word. We also hear some inappropriate name calls. Check our website to find out what those are. We hear a few other words, but not much more than this. There are no F-bombs in this movie. This film definitely satisfies the viewer who likes action and adventure. It is an exciting film that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Tom Cruise does a great job at playing the role of Jack Reacher. I wish we saw him as Jack Reacher in more than just 2 films because he did absolutely phenomenal. The biggest downsides to this movie were the language and the violence, as some of the content was too much. Other than that, I think it's a great movie that I would watch again. I think I've seen it 3 times at least already. You want to know what's even more awesome? This film is really cheap to buy. Click on the link on our review site by checking the YouTube description and purchase it for your next movie night. Thanks for listening today, and we hope that we see you around at another time. And click that like button if you like this review, and subscribe for more content. Thank you.